And we are live. What a deal. Let's see if anybody jumps in here. We'll get going. I'll just start off by saying Happy New Year to everyone. 2017 has been a great year for me, best year I've ever had. And so looking forward to 2018 when it all comes up. Now, New Year's, I've been watching on the news media and social media as well, all the talk about New Year's resolutions and setting goals and objectives and this, that, and the other, and especially on the news media this morning. It doesn't matter whether you're watching CNN or Fox, or it could have been Good Morning America. It could be any number of the shows. They always have this little segment on there about New Year's resolutions and how to go about making sure your New Year's resolutions come true and making this list and that list. And these are all done by some very good and well-meaning and very intelligent and very smart people. And I know they're just given a very short amount of time on television or just what little blast we can do here on social media on the thing. But the thing that I want to get across to people is that listening to that thing or buying a kit or embarking down a path, making resolutions and all that is no more going to change your life than an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. It's not going to do it, because the one thing that I truly believe that everyone leaves out when it comes to this thing called New Year's resolutions, and by the way, it's the same thing for accomplishing a goal, finding your purpose, and doing whatever it is you want to start that business, to build that business back up, to find the relationship, to get in better shape. You can get all kinds of machines and make all kinds of lists and do all kinds of things like that, but there's only one thing that can happen. And I like the way Bishop T.D. Jakes puts it. He puts it out there and says, you can change your clothes, you can change your hair, you can change your residence, you can change your job, you can change your spouse, you can change where you live, but until you change your mind, the same patterns are going to repeat themselves over and over again. So the thing is, the thing that has to happen in accomplishing a New Year's resolution or accomplishing a goal or setting out to accomplish, to acquire something, to do something, takes more than anything else. It takes changing your mind. It takes up-leveling your thinking. You change your thinking, you will literally change your world, and here is why. Let's say I think probably the most popular one out there is let's lose some weight. Or which one that you're saying it wrong there anyway, but that's a whole nother story. But you can change. Say everything starts with what we're thinking, and whatever it is that we're thinking creates what we're feeling, and then what we're feeling dictates the action that we're going to take, and the action that we take creates a result that we want. So it all starts with thinking. Your thinking can actually dictate your physiology and how you're feeling about doing something. And a lot of people are going to get out there. They're going to set these resolutions, and they're going to use their willpower, and will probably accomplish some short-term results, some impressive short-term results, and then it's going to fizzle. And the reason it'll fizzle is because the willpower cannot stay with you. There's a different faculty for you to use, and that is your will. And your will is the ability to give yourself a command and follow it every day and doing it. So what I want, even John Maxwell says that your success is determined by your daily agenda, and nothing in your life is going to change until you change something you do daily. Well, they're not talking about that necessarily the habits of eating better and working out and things like that. No, the thing that has to be changed daily is your habitual thinking and where you're thinking to get anything done. Change your habitual thinking and you will literally change your life. And it's because what will happen is, and I'll just use working out, but it could be to start a business, it could be to increase sales in your business, it could be to underwrite so much insurance if you're in insurance, it could be anything. It doesn't matter whether you're a plumber, an electrician, a banker, a lawyer, an accountant, a carpenter, it matters not. Until you change your habitual thinking, you'll never accomplish anything that you really want to do. So how do you start changing your thinking? That's a good question. See, the quality of our life is determined by the quality of the questions we ask. And so you have to ask yourself, what can I do? Now, what can I do to help me accomplish these New Year's resolutions? I really want them. And you got to want them. You got to want them with deliberateness and intentionality and purposefulness. And you got to have a burning desire to accomplish that. And the word desire literally means, from the Latin word desire, means to give birth to. And all you moms out there, you all know that giving birth to something is messy. So this can be some pretty ugly work, but until you change your mind and walk above or on the problem rather than staying down in it, you'll not accomplish these New Year's resolutions, because you'll slip back into your habitual thinking. So how do you change? What can I do to change my habitual thinking? And it's key, and it's a challenge to do, and it's taken me, I'm still not perfect at it, but it's taken me years to do this, and that is to notice what I'm noticing. And when I'm not talking so much about noticing what's going on around me or outside of me, I'm talking about noticing what's going on inside of me. And noticing that, oh, that's a restrictive thought. Oh, that's a contractive thought. And just to use a simple working out example, oh, it's too cold to get up. I don't want to work out this morning because it's too cold. That is your old habitual habit trying to pull you back into your comfort zone and not get you out of bed to do the workout, to do the push-ups where you are, to get on that machine you probably spent a couple $1,000 for. To do that, you got to get up and get on the thing and notice it. So you notice what you're noticing. You notice the restrictive thoughts going on in your mind, in your heart, and you put your foot down and you say, no, stop it. This is what I want to do. This means something to me. This is important to me. This is what I want. So what you're doing is you're telling your old habit, no, not that way anymore. That was then, this is now. So that's what we do. So notice what you're noticing. Notice the restrictive thinking, the contractive thinking you're doing, and think the thought that is of what it is that you want, and hold yourself in the discipline of personal accountability. Now, noticing what you're noticing it's a practice. You've got to get into it. So if you've got to put that sign up on a mirror someplace, or put it in a bunch of different places so that you can see it every day, to where you notice what you're noticing, notice what's going on, notice what you're thinking, and put your foot down and say, no, that was then, this is now. And get on that treadmill or whatever you're going to do, or sit down and read the books, turn off the television, whatever your New Year's resolutions are. Now, the other thing I want to add here is without your mental faculty of, even with the mental faculty of will, the ability to give yourself a command and follow it, and is, this is always a good time to do something. We're beginning a new year, but we've been beginning new years for years, decades, and I can tell you guys that 2018 is going to be exactly like 2017. In fact, as I can even tell you that the next 10 years are going to be exactly like the last 10 years. And what that is, it's going to be opportunity mixed with difficulty. And the only way you can do it is to overcome it and be resolute, deliberate, and purposeful about what it is that you want. And there's only one way to do that, guys, and that is with the help of coaching, accountability partners. I write about this in my book, The Change 7, that came out a couple years ago, about the power of being inside a structure of love and support and continual, constant meetings, to where you learn the discipline of accountability, to where you hold yourself accountable with a partner, with a coach, with a mentor, to where you stay resolute on that, what it is you say, until such time as your mind changes, until such time as your mind is no longer thinking the old habitual thought. Those old thoughts, the only time, by the way, guys, those old thoughts, that's when they come up for reframing and repatterning, and that's what you're doing. That's why you've got to notice when they come up and push them aside. So anyway, that's it for right now, guys. There are a ton of people on here, and I really do appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to support you guys in your goals, dreams, or New Year's resolutions, reach out. By the way, if you'd like a copy of this, message me here, and or go to my website, www.davidnorrisleadership.com, and you can download a copy of it, or a copy of my chapter in the thing. So anyway, guys, it is good to be me. It is very good to be me, and nobody else in the world is as good at being me as I am at being me. And besides that, everyone else is taken. But it is so good to be me that it is so good to be me that I got people lining up outside my door just to have one of my bad days, because my bad days are still pretty dang good. And that's not to say that I don't have troubles, issues, challenges, and difficulties like everybody. It's just that the way I look at those things and how I attack those things and how I handle those things is what I believe is the key to not just my success, but be the success to everybody. So that's it for now. That's it for 2017. Happy New Year to everyone. Live today well, and I will see you on the other side. Be well.